things. I'm Coach Gene Clemens. You can follow me all over the place at Gene Clemens. And like I said, make sure that you subscribe to all that we do. I am joined right now by the first team all defense SoCon, Mr. Travis Blackshear. Travis, thank you for joining me, man.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
Absolutely. A Benedictine alum. I'm gonna run down some of your exploits. Benedictine alum. If you don't know Benedictine, in Savannah is a powerhouse. They've won two of the last three state championships. They were stopped just short this year, but a really really quality program that he was on, and then he went on to spend 4 years, 5 years, right? 5 years,
Six.
6 years, excuse me, 6 years in college at Furman. 20 that's right, 2019 all freshman, 2021 all Southern Conference second team, 2022 all Southern Conference second team, and then this year, this past year, 2023, he was all Southern Conference first team after being voted a team co-captain. 5'11", 185 pounds. I would say when I look at him, he probably looks like he's about up to like a good 190 right now. Like he saying the boy looking good over here. But just tell me about that experience. What went into your decision to go to Furman when you were coming out of high school?
Yeah. So coming out of high school, uh, I had multiple offers around like 18. I believe. Um, it was kind of slow at first because the type of offense we was running in high school, teams didn't know if they wanted me for a running back, slot receiver, or DB, and most schools really wanted me for a defensive back. Didn't really play a lot of snaps at defensive back in high school. I was mainly on the offensive side. Uh, when it came down to offering and stuff like that, decision making time, my one of my partners, Jonah Griffin, he got offered by Furman. I remember he got offered by Furman one day, and I was like, "Dang, I want to go to Furman too." Like, and so I've been working. Obviously, it was a very educated school. You got to have the grades, good ACT or SAT score to get into the school. And obviously, if you want to play football at a big program, Division I program, got to be able to play ball. So I knew I could. I knew I could play ball. It was mainly the school part. I wasn't. I was always passing my classes and everything, but I knew I had to do a little bit more if I wanted to go to that school. So I was able to do that. Took the SAT score test two times. First one wasn't high enough that they would have liked it, but second time tried again, got the score. First thing I call Coach Vaughn, defensive coordinator at Furman. I was like, hey, I can't remember my exact score, but I was like, hey, I just got the score that y'all wanted. What's next? And then like a few days later, he called me, said, we want to offer you. And then right then and there, I already knew where I wanted to go myself. I already knew where I wanted to go. My mom, she wanted me to go to the Navy Academy. I was like, I don't know if I could do some more military right now, but it was a good. I'm glad I made the decision I made. I ended up obviously playing at Furman for 6 years, redshirted my freshman year. Really came down to on my decision was the coaching staff. They wanted me, and I wanted to be there. So it was that's always a good thing when coaching staff reaching out, telling you we love you here. They love my family, show my family gratitude and everything. And it was just the facilities, the school, of course, knowing that football, life after football, whenever football comes to an end, I will always have that degree to lean back on and knowing that it holds a lot of weight. I've been hearing that, and now that I'm finally a graduate, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to use it soon, depending on my route in football. Kind of just waiting to see how this goes, plays out within the next week or two. And yeah, that was my journey on decision.
So when you were making the decision, then academics was important, just as important to you as it was anything else, right?
Correct.
So like, and talk to that, because I think a lot of these young men, and you know what I'm saying, you keep your ear to the streets, around the area. It's a lot of these young men right now who don't who aren't getting the point that now more than ever your academics have to be on point, right? Like,
Most
because the transfer portal is full of dudes who've already proven they can play college football. You have to be above reproach, not only as an athlete but as an academic as well. Can you talk about like that shift in the landscape and what you've seen just in your time from when you got to Furman to now?
yeah, most definitely. So I would say academics is most definitely important. Just because you could play football, you gotta also be able to do the schoolwork. Because if you can't do the schoolwork, then how you gonna be eligible for football? Like you got to be able to be eligible. You got to pass at least 3 classes to be eligible for that following season. Um, I would say personally, I'm not a 4.0 student. I never was. I mean, I just never really. I knew school wasn't my strength, but I did what I had to do to pass. Not just bare minimum. I did more than bare minimum. Um, so I showed up to class every day, paid attention. That's the main thing. Pay attention, and you just not in there just on your phone. Well, back at my high school, we couldn't have our phones on us, so we had really no other choice but to pay attention and at least be attentive to the class, the teacher, and just obviously be respectful. And obviously, if you there, so you might as well learn something while you're in the classroom. At least take something away from each day. But yeah, especially going off into college, Furman was a very difficult school to for me to adapt to. Obviously, because it's uh, great education. They very focused on academics up there. My freshman year, um, I was taking classes. I didn't know if I was going to stay at Furman or not, just because of the challenge I was put to, just in the classroom. And then also I redshirted my freshman year, so it's like, dang, like I'm struggling in school, and I'm also not playing the sport that I love. Like I'm on the team, but I'm not on the field. So it's like, do I really want to do this? But me being me, I'm a competitor, so I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna grind it out, and I'm gonna figure out a way. And 6 years later, 6 years later, now I'm a graduate of Furman University, and I'm glad I stuck it out. Grass ain't always green on the other side. I've been hearing that for so long, and it just stuck with me throughout the whole way. Finally started getting playing time on the field, then become a starter and stuff like that. And I felt like if I didn't stick it through my freshman year and found a way and figured it out myself, no telling what would have happened if I would have did go to the portal. Could have been stuck in the portal. Could have I don't know. No telling what would have happened in the portal. Um, but that's what my advice would be. Just stick it out. It ain't always green on the other side. Just always remember that it ain't always green on the other side. And that's really what I say to the young folks who want to play at the next level.
So then playing at the next level, it was once you decided like, hey, I'm a competitor. I'm gonna make these people understand that why I should be on the field, right? Like, what was the first thing that you knew you had to improve on in your game from high school to college to ensure that you could get on the field?
I knew off real that I had to learn everything from scratch. I had to start from point A. to get all the way to Z. So in high school, like I mentioned earlier, I was mainly on the offensive side of the ball. I rarely played few I played defense a little bit, but it wasn't like how they playing it nowadays. Like you press man and all that stuff. Like we played some man, we played zone obviously and stuff like that. So I knew a little bit, but I didn't really know too much about it. And then what helped me a little bit more is obviously on the offense side, you got to be able to catch the ball and be able to track ball. So I had the ball skills, knew athletic, could play, catch the ball, go up and run with a receiver. I know I could run with a receiver and stuff like that. And when I got to Furman, my freshman year, Coach Williams, he was my coach that year. He's down at defensive coordinator at UCF right now. Um, he taught me the the beginning the beginning of learner if you want to be a cornerback, and it just took work. So that year I redshirted my freshman year, and I just continued to work throughout that spring, that fall, that summer. Just had to keep on learning, getting with the older guys. I remember I got with this guy named Darius Kears. He was there a few years. I played. We both played corner, and he'll help me through, teach me the plays and stuff like that. Obviously, it's a new transition for me, so it was a little bit, but I was able to process a little bit faster than most people, just cause I like it's sometimes football is just it's football 101 to some people, and it kind of all just made sense, and then dealing with the technique wise, that that just take time, take reps. You just gotta rep it over and over and over. You can always work on your technique, no matter how great you is. You could be Jalen Ramsey. I'm sure he still works on his techniques to this day.
So what's the thing now that you've finished up, you've got the degree. They can never take that away from you. That's the one thing I took away from getting my degree. No matter what happens now, I'm forever a graduate, right? You're forever an alumni of Furman. So what's the thing that you believe you possess right now that is going to be your calling card in the league, whether that's the NFL, whether it's the UFL, whether it's the Canadian League. Like, what's the talent that you have that you believe is sticking out to the next level?
I believe I could bring a positive impact to any organization who's willing to take the chance on me. Obviously, I could play ball. It's on film. It's on paperwork. Everything is there. The size, I'm a little bit undersized for a corner, but I most likely be moved to like nickel. I would pretty much believe that I'd be moved to the inside slot. I'm not afraid to tackle, as shown on film. Career wise, I got 200 plus tackles in my career at Furman, so I'm not afraid to come down in the box if I have to. Also, I could. I'm a competitor. I'm gonna compete each and every day. Give it my best shot. Give every day give my best shot, knowing that not many people will be able to get this opportunity. Whether I go drafted, undrafted, it doesn't matter. Like if you get an opportunity, you got to take full advantage of that, and that's one thing I will forever cherish. If I was to get be able to have that opportunity, that's something I would not ever be able to take for granted. Knowing that from a little league, this has been a dream, and now that the time is here, next week, uh, it's finally here, and hopefully I could achieve that dream. So far, I'm four for five. So the next step is to play professionally. So and we'll see from there.
You just recently wrapped up a pro day, right?
Yeah.
Not too long ago. How did that go? How did the pro day go?
It went fine. I did a pro day at University of South Carolina. I performed well. 40 time wasn't too like I will. It wasn't to the my standard what I was hoping for. That's just something that maybe I could have worked harder on. I put in a good bit. I put in a lot of effort to perform well, but obviously, it's okay. I mean, it is what it is now. It's set in stone. the numbers are out there, and I did a pro day this like a week or two ago at Furman. Perform. I did okay. I did. I increased some numbers that I wanted to increase, and it was a good day. Good to be able to perform in front of scouts again. To show that I could play.
So you think that you're have you heard that from evaluators that have said that you're probably going to be a guy that moves inside at the next level, or is that just kind of where you think based off of what you've seen from the next level where you probably fit in the best?
Just going off of really from everybody, like my agent, my coaches, and to me personally, I feel like I will fit better in the nickel area, and just obviously most teams on the outside they want their corners like 6 foot and above, a little long, to be able to have a reach on the receivers. I'm assuming that's what most teams really like on the outside, and I know I'd be able to perform better in the wherever they put me. I perform, but I know most teams will most likely move me to the nickel slot corner.
Okay, so I'm assuming you've already prepared yourself because being in the slot it's a different world than being out on the outside.
Yeah,
Most specifically because you've got to be prepared for two-way goes, right?
most
Like,
definitely.
what have you done to kind of prepare yourself for that level to be able to operate full time on the inside? We know you're not afraid to hit. That's one of the things that I think is going to stick out to people immediately is how you feel the run lane. But when it comes to that change of direction and being able to deal with the shifty slot guy versus like the bigger, athletic, stronger slot guys, like how do you manipulate that?
It all starts with the team, the guys with you're facing. A lot of film, a lot of film will help, and then going trusting your preparation during the week. That usually be the key to the game is how you prep Monday through. Well, in college it was Monday through Thursday, and then Friday your mental day. How you preparing like nothing physical to get your mind ready for Saturday. So I would say a lot of film will help. Um, Practice, prep, and just make sure you're ready to go on what now be Sundays or Thursdays. Um, so a lot of film, I would say, will help me prepare the cover guys that's in the slot versus either way. As a corner, you're really on the island by yourself. So on I've been doing that for 6 years now as a corner at Furman. So and film has helped prepare me for this moment, for these type moments.
Okay, now, um, Thomas, is that your brother?
That's my cousin.
Cousin. Okay. So like somebody had told me that he was your brother, then somebody had told me he was your cousin. I was like, I can, you never can tell when it comes to family members, right? But he's been getting a lot of shine, and a lot of big high level programs coming at him. Have you had an opportunity to talk to him about how to prepare himself for the next level since you've been there already? Have you had a chance to kind of be a mentor towards him? And obviously a lot more people in the family have done good things, so I'm sure he's got people. But have you had a chance to talk with him and let him know kind of how things are going to go?
Uh, After we talked a little bit about it, not too much about it, just because when we talked, he was a junior, and now his senior is slowly. I think it's this year. His senior is
Yeah.
approaching, and I probably get more with him now that it's almost time for him to be able to make that decision on where he want to play college ball at. But we have he see. Hopefully, I was a good example of how to stick it through at a college, depending on if whether that's you're going there for a specific position, if they want you for wide receiver or cornerback. Because obviously, he played wide receiver at Calvary, and he said schools want him as corner too. So he's kind of in the same predicament I was in. So he got a decision to make. But as of right now, my advice to him, I'll tell him just focus on your senior year high school because that's something you will never get back. So and whenever that season over with, for you'll start I get more with him about how to go through college and your resources and everything that you should be expecting.
That's awesome. And I think it's always good, to be able to have somebody that you can reach out to who's been through the process, who knows what to expect and what's coming down the pipe. So you being that type of resource for him is a good thing for you and good thing for him. Like just being able to pass it on, I
Most
think is important.
most definitely.
So some quick things before I get you out of here. Number one, um graduation, like what was graduation like for you? Like how like what was waking up like on the day you graduated from school, from college?
From college.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Ooh, what was it? So like, okay, the night before we had something like all the seniors had on the football team. The parents had something at a hotel up in Greenville for like all us to like celebrate and go through like just talk, chat, hang out. And then the morning of graduation, I woke up smiling. Like I don't know, like I woke up smiling. I remember that. Like I woke up smiling. Um, it was kind of like shocking, and then it was like, nah, I expected this. Like I expected to graduate because my first day on campus, my first team meeting of at Furman, I never forget. Coach Hendricks said, "If you don't graduate from Furman, I feel like I have failed you." And I remember that every year I was there at Furman, and it just stuck with me. It stuck with me. Stuck with me, and it was just like I I didn't fail him. I knew I didn't fail him because now I'm graduating from Furman. So it was a great day. I was happy, very excited. I know I made my mom very proud. My parents, everybody, they was proud of me. Being a college graduate, it was a great day. I never forget that moment.
So now, excuse me, now with you on the cusp of, you know, being able to check that fifth box off, right? Um, I'm assuming it's professional is professional for you. If it's the NFL, if it's the UFL, if it's Canada, you trying you rocking with it. You know
Most definitely.
what? I know it doesn't matter what team you go to, but have you started looking at and kind of preparing yourself defensively? What team defense or what type of defense have you seen that you think, yo, I'd be a perfect fit in that type of defense?
Yeah, I've watched a few teams. I'm mainly I'm mainly a zone corner, so I see myself as a mix with Tre'Davious White. I like to watch him a lot, and Jair, and obviously they play for. Well, Tre'Davious White just got traded, but the Bills they play a good bit of zone defense, and also the Packers with Jair play zone defense, and I'm more of a zone corner, so I've been kind of scoping that out, but this was like back in my college days when I'm watching film or like seeing how they do certain stuff that I could like maybe tweak and add to my game during the college, and it kind of I would say it helped a little bit. I wish I caught some of the picks that I dropped, but
I was about to say, man, you have 9 interceptions. You should probably have like I'm gonna say you should probably have 16.
I
Is that
finished
is
with
that fair?
I had finished with 13.
Oh no, that's right. I'm sorry. You had nine
Yeah,
coming into your senior year, and then you had four. So I would say you probably should have finished with like 18, 19. I saw specifically
I
5 of them
I
when I
dropped
was
five.
looking at film that you dropped.
Yeah, I dropped five this season. Yeah,
That
this,
okay,
this
so I'm
past season.
not I'm not losing my mind. And but that really like people don't talk about it like that's still something that you can work on every day, right? That's
Every day,
something you can always get better at.
most definitely, every day.
I, it's I get excited because I love when people are on the cusp of realizing dreams, and I also I think it's fly that there's an understanding that this isn't just a foregone conclusion for you. Like you're not just automatically a shoe in to be playing for an NFL team, but all you're looking for is that opportunity, right? That opportunity to put the jersey on and show what you can do. I'm praying that you get the opportunity to do that. I appreciate you joining me right now.
I appreciate you for having me on here.
Absolutely, and we'll keep track on where you land, and when you land somewhere, we got to come back and do this again. With the jersey on, stunting for him over there. Hey,
Uh,
912's own Travis Blackshear, Furman Paladin graduate. What'd you get your degree in?
I degree. I majored in Asian studies.
Okay, that's what's up. So maybe hey, European Football League, let's get it. Like we can go all over the place. So it's fantastic. Travis, best of luck. Stay healthy. Keep working. We'll talk to you on the other side.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Absolutely, and stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. In just